guys, in today's video I'm showing you how I got this knotless braid style using Hotbraids bulk human hair in the texture Bohemian Curl in the length 22 inches. Now I lost footage, guys, of what the bundles originally look like, but this is what I have left. And then I used Featrice pre-stretch braiding hair in a 4-pack in 18 inches. Sorry guys, I also lost footage of what my braids look like in the front, but I have 7 braids in the back and 12 braids in the front. So this is how I'm starting my braids in the back, you guys. I'm going row by row. I also wanted to give you a preview of what one bundle of the human hair looks like. Like I said, I'm going row by row, so I have 12 rows in the front, and this is what the 6 rows on one side are looking like, and then I'm going to make my way to the other side. Now moving on to showing you guys how I do my braid. So I'm taking some braiding hair, and this is how small I want the braid to be, so I'm just giving you guys a little preview. Then I split that braiding hair into 3 pieces. I only use 3 pieces only because it's easier for me. I've seen some people use 5 to 6, but since I am still a beginner, 3 pieces is what I'm going to use. And then I'm taking the human hair and I'm gonna go ahead and take, I wanna say about 5 to 6 pieces and put it off to the side. These are going to be very small pieces, as you guys can see in this clip right here. So just to start off, I'm going to take some edge booster and I'm going to go ahead and put it at the base of where I'm going to start my braid, and then I'm also going to use it throughout my entire little hair piece that's right there, just to make sure everything's smooth when I do continue to braid. So starting off with these 3 strands of hair, this is going to be a knotless hairstyle. So with knotless, we're going to want to braid down at least once or twice before adding in any hair. So I braid down twice, and with this hairstyle I want the human hair to be at the root, so I add that in first and keep it between my index finger and my thumb, and then I braid down twice again, and then I add that first piece of braiding hair between my thumb and my index finger, and then on the other side I'm taking my other thumb and index finger and grabbing it and braiding it down again. I usually add the hair, braid down twice, and then add the hair again, and then braid down twice again. Like I said, I'm a beginner, so honestly that's what works for me, and if you're a beginner too, it'll be a lot easier for you to follow through and add in the hair. I already added in 2 pieces, and then this is where I add in my last piece of hair, which is going to be my 3rd piece of braiding hair, and then I'm gonna go ahead and braid down, I want to say at least an inch or an inch and a half before I go ahead and add in my 2nd piece of braiding hair. Since I am going to be adding at least like 4 to 5 pieces of human hair in this one braid, I like to braid at least, I want to say, or space it out like an inch and a half between each piece, just so it doesn't get super full. I mean, I am looking for a full look, but like not that super full. I did want to give you guys a close-up of what the root is looking like. Again, it's not going anywhere, and I like the fact that it's coming straight out, so when I do like those ponytails, I can have like those 2 little money pieces in the front. You guys know what I'm talking about, when they have like the little ponytail up and then they have like the 2 strands in the front. It's super cute. But in this clip I'm adding another piece of the human hair. I have the front or the top of the human hair in my index finger and thumb, and then I have the rest of it in my mouth just to have it away. Honestly, you don't have to put it in your mouth or put it wherever you see fit, but this is the only way that I can have it out of the way when I am braiding. Like I said before, whenever I add in more hair, I usually braid down at least like an inch and a half to 2 inches before I go in and add the 2nd piece of, or not 2nd piece, 3rd piece of human hair that you guys will see in the next few clips. Honestly, after this clip, it's going to get pretty repetitive because I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm just going to be adding the top of the human hair in, and then having the other piece away, and then braiding down. And yeah, it's pretty much really repetitive. Not gonna lie though, once I first started doing this style, y'all, it really did take me a minute to get this technique down. So if this is your first time trying it and you're getting discouraged, don't worry. I got discouraged a couple times too, but you honestly just have to keep on doing it if you want to keep on getting better. So yeah, in these next few clips, you guys are just going to be seeing me do some repetitive movements, adding in the braiding hair, and then closing it up at the end. Now you guys will see these little pieces that are sticking out. I'm going to show you guys later down in the video how I'm going to get rid of those. I'm basically just going to, you know, cut them out, but I know it looks a little crazy now, but just wait. I'm going to go ahead and cut those out eventually. So in this clip, I'm adding another piece of human hair, but I'm not going to take it out and put it out to the side, because these human hair pieces that we are using, or that you guys see me using in the video, is what I'm going to be using to close up the braid and have it at the end. Now I'm gonna braid down, I want to say a few more times before I go ahead and close up the braid. This honestly was the hardest part honestly for me, like closing it up, because when I first started doing my braids, not this style but beforehand, when I first started doing my braids, closing it up was honestly the hardest, because there's so many different techniques with closing or ending the braid. So as you guys can see, I ended the braid, or not ended the braid, but I'm towards the end of the braid, and I'm taking out all of the braid hair pieces. So in my thumb and index finger is the braiding hair, and the other curly hair that you see right there is the human hair end that we're going to have at the end. So I'm taking the braiding hair and I'm wrapping it around my thumb to create kind of like a loop or a knot, or I'm just going to create the loop and then take it through that loop and then create the knot, which will also help you close that braid. Now once I do create that little knot, I'm going to take some nail glue and I'm going to put the nail glue directly on the knot, but I'm not going to use too much. I typically only use, like, I want to say like 1 to 2 like little drops. I didn't squeeze or, you know, add too much, because if you add too much, it just gets everywhere on your hands. Now after I take that nail glue and squeeze it on there, I'm going to wrap that braiding hair around the braid and where I put the nail glue at the same time. And then after, I want to say a couple wraps around, I'm going to create another knot. And then I want to say I'm going to create about like 2 to 3 knots. Honestly, you could create, if you're doing this hairstyle, you can create as many knots as you want. Personally, me, I need that security, because I do not want my hair unraveling. That's literally like the worst, when you're like doing your hair and something's coming out, you have no idea where it's coming out from, and your braid is unraveling and it just looks a hot mess. I know, because it's happened to me before, so I've learned my lesson. So the more knots, the better. Now this is what the end of the braid is looking like, and now I'm gonna go ahead and take some scissors and get rid of those little straggles that you guys saw in the beginning, and those little hair things that are like sticking straight out. And by the way, those little pieces that you guys saw sticking out is from the front of the human hair. It is not my real hair. I'm extra careful when I do this part, because I do not want to cut my hair off, but I know for a fact that those are, or the little pieces that are sticking out, are from the human hair, because my hair is braided all up through the braid. So again, you guys will be seeing me in these next few clips just clean up the braids. And then I also wanted to show you guys what my hair was looking like in the front and the back as well, just to give you guys a little preview. So this is what the completed front is looking like. Like I said in the beginning, I had 6 rows of braiding rows in the beginning, and this is what they ended up looking like. I just went row by row and finished each braid. Now this is also what the back is going to look like. Honestly, the back was the easiest for me, and now that I'm looking at this clip, some of the braid parts do look a little bit bigger than the ones in the front, but honestly, like I said, I'm a beginner and that's okay because it's in the back and you can't really see. But yeah, those are what my parts are looking like in the back. In these next few clips, I'm going to be showing you guys what I usually do when I do style my hair. I honestly use 3 simple products: some water, some mousse, and some oil sheen. And I can't remember if I did mention in the beginning as well, but off camera I did go ahead and dip my hair in some boiling water just to set the ends. And if you made it this far, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you guys think so far, and if you guys would also try this braiding hairstyle.
Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, this chess games. Shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnets just so they not collecting my specimens down.
And this oil sheen pretty much completes the look. I want to shout out again to Hotbraids for sponsoring this video and sending me this human bulk hair. Honestly, it has been so good, you guys. I've had this hair in now for about, I want to say like 2.5 to 3 weeks. And honestly, this has been like one of my favorite human hair bulks that I've used for braids. I've honestly had no shedding, no tangling. And I honestly love the fact that this hair is so easy to maintain. I've only had it in for 3 weeks now, but I'm honestly going to keep it in for another like 4 to 5 weeks. That's how easy it is to maintain. Again, thank you Hotbraids for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys so much for watching.